You have the mindset of, well, I'm just going to wait until someone puts me in the position that I want, or I'm in an environment that will put me in the best position to win. Then I'll start doing the things that I should be doing. Well, you're already losing. It's like you already had your mindset and how you're viewing things and how you're approaching it. You're already not setting up yourself for success. Welcome to the Daily Effort Podcast. My name is Sam, and if it's your first time listening, welcome. If you listened before, welcome back. I always appreciate you taking time out of your day to actually listen to these episodes and to the whole podcast in general. But the whole purpose of this podcast, if it's your first time listening, the purpose is to uncomplicate success. I really want to make sure that I'm giving you the things that you need to know to level up your life and reach that level of success that you actually want and reach the goals that you have inside of your life. And I have a long ways to go. There's a lot of things I still want to achieve personally with my life, but I've learned some things along my journey thus far, and I want to give you those so then you can take them, apply them to your life, and reach certain goals, reach certain success that you actually want. And then as I continue to go, as I continue to achieve more things and achieve my goals, I want to keep giving you the things that will help set you up for success. So that's the whole purpose of the Daily Effort Podcast. And really, as far as how often I'm going to be rolling these episodes out, I'm going to be doing one episode a week. I will always release an episode on Mondays at 5 a.m. Central Time, because I understand that some of you might be doing an early commute or something like that, or just be getting your day started pretty early. So I want to make sure that you can listen to it while you're on the road. When I release it at 5 a.m. Central Time, it'll be on Spotify, the Apple Podcast platform. It'll also be on YouTube as well. So if you want to watch it, you can go to YouTube. If you just want to listen to it, you can listen to it on Spotify or Apple. Spotify as well. I don't know if a lot of you know this, you might already do, but when you listen to a podcast, if someone filmed it, you have the option to watch it as well. So it's very similar to YouTube in that aspect. So that's there if you would like it. Then my only ask with you that are listening is, if you get value from an episode, share it. Share it with a friend, text it over to them, tell them about it maybe in person, share it on social media. Because the only way I'm able to actually get the word out about the podcast is really if you're sharing it, then also I'm sharing it as well on my social media. And feel free to drop comments in the episodes as far as like your take on things. Also, I'm open if y'all want to hear certain topics or my take on certain things. Please send them my way. I am always happy to touch on different things, especially when it's related to success in a certain area of life, and how would you maybe make it a little more simple so that you can actually move towards it. Because really what I've seen when it comes to achieving success, whatever that is to you, it's always going to come down to simple things on a daily basis that you actually have to execute upon just consistently. So really today, though, what I want to dive into is talking about one of the biggest misconceptions, and I know there's a lot of misconceptions out there, but one of the biggest misconceptions that I see time and time again when it comes to, I would say, people either getting maybe a dream job or going and starting something new, whatever it is, there's a common theme that pops up. And if I look back on my life, I had the same thought process, and I want to make sure that, well, you don't have it as of right now, or if you do, maybe this will just put a light on it so then you can start to change it, and then it'll allow you to start moving in the right direction. But one of the biggest lies we at times will tell ourselves is that once we are where we want to be, we will start doing the things we know we should be doing. And when it comes to this example, and that really what I said there, just to give an example to begin with, when I look back, when I was working at Honda as an engineer, I always thought that, because really I was still going to work to move up and different things like that while I was at Honda, while I was working on building out my coaching business, working towards having my gyms in Alabama. One of the things that I saw with myself when I look back, and then also with other people, and I fell into this trap without even realizing it, but so many people at Honda, they would wait. They were like, well, if I just stay here long enough, then I will get promoted. And then I will start doing the things that I know I need to do or should be doing already. And that's not a good mindset to have. Frankly, you won't achieve anything worthwhile in life if you have that mindset. If you have the mindset of, well, I'm just going to wait until someone puts me in the position that I want, or I'm in an environment that will put me in the best position to win, then I'll start doing the things that I should be doing. Well, you're already losing. It's like you already had your mindset and how you're viewing things and how you're approaching it. You're already not setting up yourself for success. And a lot of you that might be listening, you might be thinking in your mind that, well, I really don't struggle with this. I don't struggle with, having the mindset of waiting till I get to where I want to be to start doing the things I know I should be doing. Well, I would challenge you on that, because if you haven't identified, if you are a very disciplined person and you're working towards where you want to be, well, if you look out 5-10 years from now and identify who's that person that you want to be, well, I would almost guarantee that once you've identified who's that person 5-10 years from now that you're going to be, to have the things that you want, you're probably not doing certain things that that you should be doing, so then you can actually achieve what you want in the future. You're probably thinking that, well, I'll start doing this later when I'm closer to there. And that's not how it works. If you have that mindset, you're already off on the wrong foot. So this goes for, it doesn't matter whether you're just starting out wanting to better your life and work towards certain goals and reach a certain level of success, or you're already currently working towards something and you're seeing some progress, you're seeing some wins. This goes for you too. It doesn't matter what stage of the game that you're in. It doesn't matter if you're just started, you're in the middle of it, or maybe you're someone seasoned that has seen success in life. Well, you can still fall into this trap. It's one of the biggest things that we can slip into, myself included, without even realizing it. And then we look up and we sometimes will wonder, well, why am I not moving towards my goal? Why am I not getting to where I want to be? Well, we've been basically just waiting for someone to give us something, or us somehow to be in an environment that will set us up for success, when that's not going to happen most of the time. No one's going to come to save you and put you where you need to be. That very rarely happens. Like, you have to save yourself. It's like you have to figure out how to make things happen. That's how the game works. And that's how you have to play the game. And I don't make up the rules. No one else makes up the rules. You just got to play them. And that's how it works. So you can't have the mindset of, well, I'm going to wait till I am in a better environment to start working towards something that I want. Or I'm going to wait till someone puts me go ahead and promotes me in the position that I want. Then I will start working on the necessary things that I need to. Nope, doesn't happen that way. And I'll give a couple examples just to shed some light maybe on this thought process that you have. You see this very consistently when it comes to just society today. If you think about it, well, and I relate a lot of stuff back to fitness, because fitness and success, there's a lot of parallels, to be completely honest. But when you look at society, when it comes to what people typically do when they're wanting to start a fitness journey, there's a couple different things. They either wait till the new year, they wait till Monday, or they wait maybe till a birthday, or they wait till something drastic happens in their life. Then they start. But most of the time, what people say, well, I'll just wait till Monday. I'll just wait till the new year. The year is already half over. It's just basically done. I'm just going to wait. Then once the new year comes, then I'll start to do what I'm supposed to do. And that's not how it works, because if you don't start working on things now, then I'm willing to bet you won't start come the new year, if we're talking about fitness. And if you do start, you're probably not going to be consistent for very long. You're going to fall off. And a lot of times we just think in our minds that, well, I just can't be consistent. I don't know why I'm falling off. Well, I can tell you why you're falling off and why you can't be consistent with it, because you are not even starting to work and develop some habits back here. You don't even have to be perfect. One of the best traits of someone that is successful in life, and success can mean anything, whatever it means to you, in this case, a fitness journey. But one of the traits that successful people have is they are very consistent. They pick one thing, they start to work at it, they continue to get good at it, it continues to move them forward, then they start stacking things from there. So you have to start stacking things. If you don't stack things, then you're not going to be able to get to that spot that you want to be at, or put yourself in the best position to win. Let's take another example when it comes to a fitness journey. Maybe you're saying, well, I will just wait to start my journey and be more consistent when I have the support from my significant other, or maybe from my family. Then that's probably not going to happen. Most of the time, they're not going to change, because if you want an environment to change, either you have to change and it will force the environment to change, or you get out of the environment and into a better one, and then go. But most of the time, it's just not gonna work that way. So that's an example of what a lot of people do when it comes to a fitness journey. But for some people, and I typically see this when it comes to getting a promotion, most people will be like, well, I will start doing all these extra things once I'm promoted, once I get that position that I want. No, it's you start doing the things that whatever the next position is that you want. What are the things that person is doing? You should start doing those things now on top of your current responsibilities. And you just have to make sure you continue to do your current responsibilities very well and continue to drive success in whatever category it is. That's how that works. Then you get promoted. Then you get the pay increase. You should not get the pay increase and then start doing what you should be doing. And if that happens to you, honestly, that's just not a great business move for whoever did it to you. It's just not good. You start doing the necessary work, then you will get paid. You don't get paid more, then start doing the work. It's not how it's done. So those are just two examples. One, fitness. One, when it really comes to a career. And those are the most common things that I see. But also because I know I have a couple listeners that are working to build a business, especially like on the coaching side of things and different things like that. Well, for those of you who are working on building a business, you can fall into this trap as well. Because if you are working to build a business, then it's really easy to maybe know you need to start working on certain things. Maybe you know that you need to get used to talking to people so that you can develop that skill set. Well, if you're like, well, I'll just wait till I'm in a better headspace or better environment to do that, well, then you're never going to get to where you want to be. Or maybe you know that you need to focus on building a brand on social media, and you're just telling yourself, well, I'm going to wait until I'm a couple years down the road, then I'll start really focusing on that, and I'll start working on it. You have to remember why this is such a bad mindset to be in is because anything that's worthwhile in life that you're going to build, it takes time to make something good. It takes a lot of time to make something great. And we forget that, myself included. And if in this case, we're talking about a brand on social media, well, that takes time to build. It takes time. Why? Because you have to build relationships with your followers. You have to work to get good at content. All of those things you have to get better at. So the mindset of, I'm going to wait until I get the promotion, then I'm going to start doing the things necessary, or I'm going to wait till Monday to start doing these things, or I'm going to wait till I'm in a better environment to do these things. If you notice there, the key word is wait. And that's one of the worst traits that we have as human beings is we wait. We wait to do stuff. we're slow to action. We're slow to implement things. We're slow to start working on things that we know we need to do. And then we get frustrated when we don't see the result that we want, or the result is taking longer than we think it should. Well, it makes a lot of sense why the result is slow, because we're slow. We're slow to take action. We're slow to implement things, and we're slow to build the consistency necessary to drive the outcome that we want. This could be in fitness. This could be in a relationship. This could be in your career. This can be in anything in life. This mindset of I will wait till this happens, you have to stop putting conditions on when you are going to start things. Because if you put conditions on when you are going to start things, you will probably never start it, and you'll probably never get to where you want to be. And that's such a scary thought, because time is not on our side. It's not on your side, because the seconds go by very quickly. The minutes go by very quickly. The days go by quickly. Years go by quickly. Again, and it gets faster and faster and faster the older that you get, because we don't get less. We don't start doing less as we get older. We typically start doing more. We get more responsibilities. More things get tossed on our plate, whether it's in our career, or maybe we get married, maybe we have kids, whatever it is. Things are only going to get busier. There's only going to be more that has to be done. So if you are slow to implement, well, it's going to be harder to get it done later on down the road, because there's going to be more on your plate and more things going on, which is going to make it even harder to start, and you're going to be a lot less likely to do it. And if you get in the habit of being just slow to implement something and slow to action, and if you wait, well, you have to be careful what you get good at. If you get good at being slow to implement things and slow to pivot or change in a direction that you know you need to go, well, you're developing the skill set of procrastination and just waiting. And that's not a good thing to get good at, because it doesn't matter what we're doing in life, we're getting good at something. And it's either a thing that is going to benefit us, or it's going to be something that does not benefit us. And we have to have the self-awareness to recognize that and change it very quickly, or it can be detrimental to us and our life and our success and the goals that we want later on down the road. So what I would say that the biggest thing stepping away from this episode is to take some time to really look at your life and how you'll figure out if you have this mindset, because this is the piece where it's hard to identify this at times. How you know you have this mindset and how you're going to identify it. The first thing you need to do, and I've talked about this in a couple different episodes, you can go back and listen to it, but you got to figure out, who do you want to be 5-10 years down the road? Or even 2 years down the road. It doesn't matter. I know 5-10 years seems like a long time. It's really not a long time, but maybe you look at a year or 2 years. Who do you want to be? Then, based on who you want to be as a person and the things you are doing, well then, what are the things you need to do now to make sure you develop yourself into who you want to become? That's the easiest way that I've been able to identify it. Who do I want to be? And it could be also, might have to ask yourself a what question as well. Who do I want to be? What do I want to be doing? What are the things I need to do now to make sure I can be doing what I want to do, and I also will be who I want to be? That's the easiest way to think about it, and you'll be able to identify real quick, well, what should you be doing and working on that will allow you to do what you want to do and become who you want to be. Then from here, you need to take action. Once you figure out that thing, you're just saying, oh, I will wait till I get here and then start this. Don't play that game. Stop putting conditions around when you start things. You should just start. So that's how you'll identify it. Take some time to do that today. After you listen to this episode, real quick, just identify that. It doesn't take a lot of time. It could take maybe 5-10 minutes to identify this, and then you can quickly self-correct, start moving in the right direction, and you're going to feel so much better. You're going to feel so much more confident about yourself. You're going to execute so much better, and you'll start to see more and more of the things that you want in life actually start popping up and happening. But you got to go, and you got to go now, because if you don't go now, well, then you're just getting really good at developing the skill set of procrastination, and that skill set's going to bleed over into other things, because how you do one thing is how you do everything, and that will not set you up for success long term. So if I can help out with this in any way, please let me know. But I hope y'all found this valuable. Like I said, reach out to me, drop a comment. I'm happy to help help you work through anything, or shoot me an email, shoot me a DM. If you got my number, shoot me a text. That's absolutely fine. But other than that, have an amazing rest of y'all's day. Have a great week, and God bless.